We shall now go on to our next speaker, Dr. Parivardhini, who's a consultant glaucoma department from Shankar Nethralaya, Chennai, and she has a very good learning tip for us. On to you, doctor. I would be asking Dr. Vidya to show her case after Dr. Parivardhini. They are a little similar, both these cases. And after that, we would take the discussions commonly for these two presentations.
Thank you, ma'am. Am I audible?
Yes.
Yeah. So thank you, AOS, for giving me this opportunity. The case I'm presenting is of a 70-year-old man who had undergone phacotrabeculectomy in the left eye in 2011 elsewhere. He was on one AGM in the left eye. So he had lost his right eye due to pseudophakic bullous keratopathy. He was a single-eyed man. In the left eye, he presented with conjunctivitis and leak in the central avascular part of the bleb. His vision was 6/7.5. The intraocular pressure was 10 with advanced glaucoma. He had no blebitis or vitreous inflammation. So this resolved with conservative treatment. However, he came with a re-leak again after 4 months. So this time we had to consider for a bleb repair. Whether to do a conjunctival patch graft or a conjunctival advancement was a question. So I went ahead with the conjunctival advancement with bleb excision because the bleb was small and localized. So this is a small video showing the same. So after the superior rectus is taken, the bleb is excised along with the adjacent normal conjunctiva. So, and when we are excising the bleb closer to the scleral flap, if we lift the bleb a little bit, so the damage to the scleral flap can be avoided. Then the bleb is excised all over 360 degrees with the healthy conjunctival edge remaining. So once the bleb is excised, the conjunctiva is undermined adequately, both posteriorly and laterally nicely, so that the conjunctiva can be advanced without any tension to the limbus. The bleeders are cauterized. Aqueous flow is checked at the scleral flap. If there is adequate flow, then we proceed ahead with the conjunctival suturing. However, if the flow is excessive, then additional sutures have to be taken at the scleral flap. Or if the sclera is thin or friable, then a scleral patch graft or a corneal patch graft, or even a transposition of the partial thickness scleral patch can be applied to prevent hypotonia in the postoperative period. The conjunctiva is then closed in a watertight manner. Here I've taken continuous interlocking sutures to prevent any leak in the postoperative period. Since we have advanced the conjunctiva, pulled it over the limbus, there is a risk of conjunctival retraction or wound dehiscence in the postoperative period. So taking horizontal mattress sutures would help in preventing these complications. We can take even 2 mattress sutures if the conjunctival edge is long. And since we have devitalized tissue at the limbus here, debriding the epithelium closer to the conjunctival edge would help actually in better healing in the postoperative period. So this is the patient after 3 years after the surgery. He has a low diffuse bleb without any thin cystic areas. His intraocular pressure is maintained without anti-glaucoma medications. So we have many studies to see the efficacy of bleb repair. One of this is an interesting study by Chavan et al. They have studied large number of eyes for a long period, 34 eyes, and they have included only eyes with bleb leaks. And they found that the majority of their eyes, there was no bleb leak at the last follow-up. However, interestingly, 38% of the patients needed additional AGMs at the final visit. So we can see that the bleb function is compromised when we handle the bleb. So can this be prevented by preserving the bleb? Was studied by Lee et al. They excised the conjunctiva posterior to the bleb and mobilized it over the bleb to the limbus. They also injected fibrin glue between the conjunctiva and tenons to prevent any leaks. And they noticed that in the 10 eyes, none had any leak during the follow-up. And 6 eyes had complete success. And 3 of their eyes required FIFU for a better IOP control. So in this study, we can see that if you have a pre-op functioning bleb, the bleb continues to function well even after the repair. So when we see bleb leak, they require immediate management because of the risk of hypotony-related complications and the risk of infection. Conservative treatment is always tried first. However, they work better in early bleb leaks and not in late leaks. So late leaks probably would require a surgical management. When we have small and localized bleb, conjunctival advancement with or without bleb excision helps. And we have a large bleb with conjunctival scarring, a conjunctival patch graft is necessary. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much, Dr. Parvini. That was a wonderful talk. Stay glued. After Dr. Vidya's talk, we'll